Good afternoon, everybody. We are going to start off where we left off in our last video, do a little review, and build on the foundation that we've started, and do some singing exercises. So let's kind of go back to the very beginning. We talked about three different things that we're going to think about, that we're going to keep in mind. They're the most foundational, the things you want to always have in mind. First is this idea of wide awareness, that we're seeing, feeling, hearing everything that's going around. So we're not narrowing our view into one small thing, but we're always keeping a broad, relaxed awareness. The second thing is that we stay non-distracted, so that we're not, this kind of balances that first one out. As we get more wide and more relaxed, we're also very focused so that we know what's happening and we're not kind of flittering and thinking about one thing and another and then kind of losing track. So we're keeping track of what's going on, being non-distracted, concentrated. And then the third thing that is kind of the feeling element of this, what ties them together, what we're actually doing is this sense of feeling in the groove. So as the music is flowing, we're feeling that flow. We're in that flow. We're not stopping and starting, but there's a steady flow happening all the time. And basically, if you have a wider awareness and you're staying non-distracted and getting more concentrated while your awareness expands, this feeling of the groove will happen naturally. It should start to feel, you should feel better in your mind. You should feel more relaxed, more clear. You should also feel better in your body. You should feel a little more light, a little less tense, a little more expanded. And slowly, in general, you should feel just better, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of these kinds of things. So this is the big picture. So narrowing in from there, we started to talk about the breath, the inhale and the exhale. So starting with posture, so sitting or standing, feeling heavy in your feet or in your bottom if you're sitting, and then your spine extends up from there. Relax in the face, relax in the shoulders, relax long spine, relax in the hands, relax in the feet, relax in the legs. So energy with relaxation. This is a coordination throughout your whole body. The inhale, I'm going to take a nice deep inhale, open throat, and we're going to let the inhale be where we practice the feeling relaxed and feeling good. So we're going to keep it nice and easy. As the exhale finishes, as you finish, it's a nice easy inhale. Feel good in your body, feel good in your mind, and let it relax you. So now we're going to focus, this is kind of what we talked about up till now. Now we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the exhale, or when we're singing, the actual singing aspect. And we're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to start with a little exercise that we do to kind of help gain some awareness of what's happening in our body, the kinds of things we could be feeling. So what we're going to do is you're going to take a relaxed inhale, wide awareness, stay focused, feel the groove, and then exhale on like an F sound. And so what you're doing is you're creating some constriction with your lips, so that you have to use, you're blowing the air, and you're using your lips to constrict the air, so it takes a while for the air to get out. So let's just do this a couple times and just notice what's happening in your body. And also try to keep all the things we've talked about in mind. This is how this process works. Don't let go of anything in the past. We're building. So wide awareness, focused, relaxed inhale, and even though you're going to be putting some tension in your lips and in your body, still try to feel relaxed through your shoulders, your neck. So inhale. And just go as long as you can until the air runs out. So push past where it feels, comfortable. You actually want to feel a little uncomfortable here. Go as long as you can. And try that a couple times. Deep inhale, relaxed. and push. As you're doing that, push down low and near your belly button. So let's talk about that. There's two kind of sensations I want you to become aware of here. One is about 4 inches below your belly button. You should feel when you're doing this some energy there, like you're pushing. It might feel like you're pushing in there. There's some core muscles here that are work. Also, at your pelvic floor, very bottom, you should feel some energy there too. Pavarotti said it's when he's singing, it's a little bit like pinching a nickel between your butt cheeks. It's not quite where the muscles are, but it gives you an idea of that there's a lot of energy. There's a lot of energy happening down at the pelvic floor. There's a lot of energy happening right underneath the belly button. We're engaging these core muscles. This is really key to a beautiful, strong and coordinated vocal tone. Let's not overdo it now, but let's just be aware of these muscles happening. Because in general, this is where we're going to start to practice. We want to feel this energy happening with each exhale. So a relaxed inhale, and then on the exhale, just let your awareness go to those 2 spots and feel some energy there. Let it happen and let that go all the way till we run out of air. So a couple more times. You can do it on F. You can also do it on S, like a S sound, whatever is more comfortable. Let's try it. Feeling the energy in your pelvic floor, feeling the energy, push as long as you can, keep going, keep going, keep going. Try it again. Inhale on F or a S, and you're pushing nice and steady. And see how long you can make this go. Feeling relaxed in your cheeks, relaxed in your shoulders and your neck, but feeling energy down in those 2 places. Good. Now, let's let that go for a second, and let's talk a little bit more in depth about what's happening up here. Often singers do these warm-ups where we do something with a yawn. This kind of thing. Well, the purpose of that is that a yawn naturally raises our soft palate, which is a very important kind of place to know about if you're a singer. So the soft palate, if you don't know, if you put your tongue up on the roof of your mouth, it's hard. If you push your tongue further back, eventually the hardness ends, the hard palate ends, and we get to what's called the soft palate, a soft part of your palate. So this part we want to practice with. We want to feel it being raised. The yawn naturally does that. So let's just yawn a couple times and just start to notice that the feeling of the soft palate raising. However you want to do it. See if you can feel, and then feel it shut down. So open up and shut down. Now you can feel it shut down. We're going to go back and forth. If you do an NG sound like sing, this is with the palate completely closed and a nasal sound. So let's alternate between a deep where the soft palate is raised, and shut it down to a sound. And see if you can we're not trying to do anything in particular here, just become aware of sensations in our body. So, might be making some weird sounds. That's totally okay. Don't let anybody give you any strange looks. But this is another very important thing that we're going to be tracking. We're going to be paying attention to this feeling of keeping the soft palate raised. In general, you want it to be up all the time. It's generality, but we're going to be playing with this. It has a lot to do with our vocal color. So let's put all this together. We're going to practice taking an inhale. In this, we're going to focus on the inhale. We relax, good posture, tall but relaxed, letting go of tension and feeling good in the body. On the exhale, we're going to do a dark ah sound, but we're not vocalizing. We're just going to use the breath, and we're going to feel the soft palate raise like an ah, and your face and your shoulders relax. And we're going to take a couple sets of these. So deep, relaxed inhale. can relax and do it again. One more time. Good. So, now let's let that go a little bit. Let's remember what we're doing here is we're starting to create habits. These exercises help us create good habits. Good singing comes from building, repeating things lots of times, creating good vocal habits. So let's we don't want to get too caught up. I know for myself what happens a lot is I'm trying to figure out how this works, and so then I get narrow. I lose this sense of a wide sense of awareness, and I'm looking at trying to feel my soft palate, and then what happens is my body gets contracted and my mind gets contracted. We don't want to, one of the habits we want to do is to stop getting obsessed like that. We're just going to do it. We're going to have fun, keep it light, keep the awareness, and then just let it go. We're going to keep practicing this again and again. So you don't have to understand everything now. You just need to do it and feel good. Keep a broad awareness. Don't get distracted. Be in your body. So let's do some singing where we can practice these things. We're going to do two singing activities. The first are long tones. I know as a trombone player and as a singer, both of my teachers and teachers from both instruments have said that the great players, the great singers, long tones are a core part of their warm-up. In fact, many of them do long tones for as much as an hour a day, just long tones. They're super great ways to connect and to coordinate your body and your voice. It just works really well to help understand these things, not in an intellectual way, but to actually learn how to do them. So we're just going to do a little bit to give you an idea, but we're going to use these long tones as a way to practice everything we just talked about. Broad awareness, not distracted, feeling the groove, feeling good in the body, relaxed inhale, exhale, the soft palate raises, the neck and the face and the shoulders are released, and you're feeling energy down in your pelvic floor, and 4 inches below your belly button, it's pushing in. So this is all the kind of pieces we're trying to coordinate. You might not be able to think of all of them. You might start getting overwhelmed. If that happens, just let it all go and go back to the first one. Just stay in a wide open space. And then as you start to relax into a non-distracted wide open space, you can start to let your awareness notice these other things. And you can say, okay, I can put a little bit of more energy here. I can relax a little bit in your shoulders. Let those things happen naturally. You don't have to force it all at once. Slowly. So, the way we're going to do this is we're going to do kind of a modified long tone. We're going to hold it for 8 counts. 6 of those counts is on the exhale, and then the last 2, we're going to take an inhale. This lets us practice having plenty of time to take a nice, relaxed inhale, 6 counts out, 2 counts in. And we're going to do it in a major scale. We're going to start on the root note. We're going to go down first to the 5th, and then we're going to go back up to the 5th, and then back down to the root. So it's going to go 8 counts on each of these pitches down to here, back up to here, and down here. So remember, wide awareness. Let's stay focused, relaxed, feeling good in the body. 2 full counts of an inhale, and then feeling energy in your pelvic floor, feeling energy at your belly button, pelvic, soft palate raises, and relax all through your body, and feel good. Here we go. 1, 2, Very nice. And you can practice that at home. You can do that for as long as you want. Even without a piano, you can just go down the lower part of your range, upper part of your range. Long tones, really great way to practice. The other thing I want to do is play a little bit with legato. You hear legato a lot in music. I want to refer to it right now. You could call it singing on the breath. That's what the old Italian master teachers used to call it. So more of it's not just keeping the notes connected, but this idea of this beautiful coordination between your breath and your body and your voice, so that the sound is just, the air is always going, the voice is always going. There's never any tension or any sort of stop to the sound. And if you hear somebody do this, it's stunningly beautiful just to hear them sing a pitch to a pitch when it's done at a very high level. So we're going to practice this. So for now, it's exactly the same thing we were doing. Inhale, all those things, exhale, pushing. Just keep the air going, and as you change pitch, see if you can, your vocal cords will change. Just, you don't have to do anything there. What you're doing is keeping it relaxed face and that soft palate up, and this will all change on its own. Let it change. Don't try to force it or not force it. Just let this sound come out. And it's okay if it feels weird. It should feel weird, because learning, in order to learn, you have to do something new. Something new is going to feel weird. There's no other way to do it. If you're trying to do something you've already done before, then you're just kind of wasting your time. You're just redoing old habits. So let this feel strange. It's totally okay. Just do the directions. Try to do it as best you can. If it gets overwhelming, just go back to a wide kind of sense of awareness, feeling relaxed in your body. And we're just going to do it on ah, descending 5, 4, 3, 2, ah. We're going to go down a little bit chromatically, up a little bit chromatically. Start right here. So relaxed inhale. Keep the air going all the way through. And let it all go. And notice how you feel right now. Do you feel a little more relaxed, a little more open, a little more energy? Or do you feel more tight? Are you noticing that you're feeling a little tight in your body and you're like, I don't understand what's happening, trying to figure out all these things? Just notice. It doesn't really matter. Except that if you're feeling more tight and more contracted, just use that as a learning moment to say, next time I'm going to try to let go some of that contraction, some of that tension, some of that need to control everything and get it right the first time, and be a little bit more in a wide open space. If you're feeling a little more relaxed and a little more wide open, a little bit more energy, then great. Just say, okay, good. I can bring this with me the next time. Because this is how we create habits. This is what we're doing. We're forming good habits. And it's just a matter of repeating as often as possible, every day, twice a day if you can. But even just a few minutes every day, if you spend 5 minutes a day with this kind of focused practice, creating good habits, it will do wonders for your voice. It'll do wonders for many things. So, yeah, I think that's enough for today. Thank you for watching, and keep on singing, and we'll see you on Thursday evening.